Greetings, friends. Today my guest is somewhat a mystery. My goal is to unveil the mystery just a little bit, not too much. I don't want to take away his mystique. So our guest is a musician from Denmark. His name is Nils Lassen. Okay, there we go. Part of the mystery has been unveiled already. And he goes by the name of, the way I pronounce is S, which is parentheses, 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 S, parentheses, parentheses, parentheses. So I call it S. He calls himself Ungoogleable S sometimes. His music is just as dark and mysterious as he is. Welcome, Mr. S. It really is a confusing pleasure to have you here. Greetings, and I look forward to chatting with you.
Hi Rick, this is S speaking from the heart of Copenhagen, Denmark. You can call me Nils if you want. And I'm looking so much forward to answer your questions for your YouTube channel.
I'm just going to cut to the chase. Why the name S surrounded by 3 parentheses? I have forever pronounced it tss, kind of like a rattlesnake. How do you pronounce it?
Good question. I think the name was invented in a moment of boredom. It was supposed to have no meaning to it whatsoever, so it's just pronounced S. And I just wanted it to look nice on print, so there's nothing deep or anything mysterious to it. It's just a simple S.
Go figure, just simply S. Several years ago, you said you had this deep desire inside to be invisible and loved at the same time. Tell me more about this desire, mostly the desire to be invisible.
Whoa, did I say that? Well, there's not much to it, I guess. There's no reason to get deep or anything. I guess everybody wants to be loved. And sometimes it's just nice to be invisible and just to stay out of trouble.
How about your family? Were you raised around music? Was it a nurturing atmosphere?
My family was a loving one, I guess. I feel loved. But there was not much music around, so I'm kind of self-taught. And I was a late bloomer, and I'm still blooming. And it's the best thing I could imagine you can do in this world today. It's the way to do less harm on a daily basis. Every morning I got up at 7. And I ate my breakfast, and I was so sleepy. I was unconscious. And from the radio, there was this music, the morning music radio, and it was easy listening. It was Burt Bacharach, it was Sergio Mendes, it was Bert Kinford, it was whatever was the hit of the today. And it just blew my mind, I guess. I didn't know I was listening, but it's in here somewhere, for better or for worse. But of course, Beatles in my teenage years, they blew my mind. She Loves You, that's the greatest single of all times. But later on, I was saved from the Beatles mania fever by becoming a punk in the 80s Copenhagen. And there's too many names to mention here. But I'm a punk at heart. Sorry.
I discovered you in 2012 with the release of your album, The Moon Is My Sun. In a 2013 blog post, I described the album as being influenced by 1980s electronic new wave and inspires notions of mystique and curiosity. What was your vision or goal in producing this album?
Well, here's a copy of the album you mentioned. I guess the inspiration for this one was in my punk days. I was listening to, of course, Joy Division, and they broke up, and then New Order started. And the first album, called Movement, had this perfect combination of guitars and synthesizers, and the sound is so thin. I was just fascinated by that. And by the way, the whole S project was inspired by my post-punk past. I remember one winter, I was just bored. 2008, I was so bored out of my mind. And I had this drum tracks lying around from another project, and nothing was happening. So I just started playing like you would have done in start 80s. And before long, I just had some tracks and I posted them on MySpace. Anyone remember MySpace? It actually worked so perfectly. It connected musicians all over the world, and soon I had an album that was released in Germany. So it started that way. Boredom. There's a bright side to boredom. Remember that.
In 2015, you produced a single called The Night is Made of Glass. This project included American musician Charlie Sexton on guitar. What were the circumstances that led Sexton to Denmark to work on this project with you?
Ooh, yeah. The Night is Made of Glass. I did that together with Lars Addermann, a Danish singer and a Danish composer, Danish artist. We met in Austin, Texas, where he was making an album with, among others, the Sexton brothers, Charlie Sexton and Will Sexton, and a drummer called Donny Wynn, and different people there. Back in Denmark, he suggested, why don't we go to Austin, Texas again and look up Charlie Sexton and see what happens. And so we went to Buda, it's outside Austin, to Screen Door Studios, and spent a day there. And Charlie Sexton came by and played guitar on some songs. And he was a nice guy, in between Bob Dylan tours. So it was a nice day and a nice song. I almost forgot all about it.
No roof upon my room tonight. Silently drifting away.
Aside from this, you've produced several projects, most of which you have played guitar or written songs for. Which has been your most successful project?
Well, over the years, I've made music for the theater and for feature films and commercials and stuff, but the most successful was this comedy about a punk band. It's called The Skrigende Halse, The Screaming Throats. And I did this 30 years ago, and this summer it was re-released on vinyl and went to #1 on the vinyl charts here in Denmark. So I'm very proud of that project. And what's not to like? A comedy about my own generation.
Here the night is cold, my blood is warm, but in my head there's a thunderstorm. We are the dreamers of destruction, the dreamers of fate.
You recently put out a new album titled Maverick. It's your 7th album. Oh, and I love the title, Night Train to Nowhere. Tell us a little more about the album.
Well, as you said, I've made 7 albums under the name of S, in a lack of a better name. And Night Train to Nowhere is a song from the album Maverick. And I guess I was just trying to make some car-friendly, radio-friendly music. Feel-good music, but of course with a sad touch.
Listening to the midnight rain, beating on my window. Station follows station. It's a nightscape from nowhere. I'm riding on a night train. I'm listening to the midnight rain.
Of the 7 S albums, which one is your favorite?
Oh, my favorite. As always, it's the latest. It's You've Never Been Better, You're Peaking. So Maverick is my favorite album.
So what's next? Do you have any new projects going?
I'm recording another S album, and in the same kind of style, catchy songs, pop punk kind of stuff to be played on the radio. It's so nice to be in that spot. It's supposed to be called All Dressed Up and Nowhere to Go, and I hope it will be released sometime next year, hopefully before the summer. Well, my other big project in life is Blackie Bluebird. It's a dream pop duo from the cold and windy streets of Copenhagen, as always. It's made together with the brilliant vocalist Heidi Lindahl. We've released an album internationally called Grace and Gravity. It's been out for 3 days right now, and already we've received standing ovation and reviews from all over the world. London, Los Angeles, New York, Paris, Italy, Poland, Cairo, Rio de Janeiro. There's been praises from everywhere, so we're so happy. So you should check it out. Blackie Bluebird, Grace and Gravity. You can find it on all streaming services. And
we're acting like strangers. There's no reason to talk about the love we once knew.
Well, thank you very much, Nils. It was very nice getting to know you and unveiling a little tiny bit of that mystery. I really love your music, and I'm looking forward to your new music coming in the next year or so. And I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much, Nils.
And you can also check out our two first albums. Soothing sounds from everyone. Thank you.